What's up guys, I'm Justin Stenstrom from Elite Man Magazine, and in this video I'm going to share with you the top 5 supplements for anxiety and stress. Because as you probably know, stress and anxiety are both going up, and stress and anxiety can both be some of the biggest factors to poor overall health and especially poor mental health. There are many vitamins, minerals, herbs, and natural compounds that can help ease the burden of anxiety and stress, and I'm going to talk about exactly what they are in just one moment. But first, I do want to mention a disclaimer. I am clearly not a doctor, and this video is meant for entertainment purposes only. The products I'm going to talk about in a moment have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and clearly they are not intended to prevent, cure, or treat any disease. So with that said, let's dive right into it. So my 5th overall favorite supplement to take is something called niacin. So niacin is one of the most important B vitamins. Actually, it's B3, and the form I like to take is something called niacinamide. It doesn't have a flush response like regular niacin does, and it actually does the same exact things that niacin does. So you don't have to worry about taking too much of it. I generally will take about 500 milligrams throughout the day. I'll take it about 2 or 3 times a day. But you can go all the way up to like 3,000 milligrams, and it is very effective for balancing out the brain and actually is a really good serotonin booster. Niacin can also help with nitric oxide production, and it's a precursor to NAD and NADH, and also is critical for the energy's cell production. Niacin is also one of Dr. Andrew Saul's favorite vitamins, and Dr. Abram Hoffer used it way back in like the 60s or 70s to treat people with schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and other mental illnesses. Hoffer actually also used niacin to help a guy by the name of Bill W. get off becoming an alcoholic, and this guy, Bill W., ended up being the co-founder of Alcoholics Anonymous. The best part about niacin is that it is ridiculously safe. The only thing is you don't want to go past 500 milligrams in one dose, and just keep those divided doses up to about 3,000 milligrams a day, and you'll be good. My 4th favorite supplement for stress and anxiety is something called BComplex. So I know you've heard of BComplex before, and by the way, this is actually our supplement line, Elite Life Nutrition. You can go to elitelifenutrition.com and get all of our supplements on there. I know you've heard of B-Complex before. They're basically in every store you go to, but the thing is, most B-Complexes are absolute crap. They have nothing but synthetic forms in them, and your body just can't use that synthetic form. It needs the active form of each B vitamin, and that's what you get in something like this, a bottle like this. And there are other good companies out there, but definitely a company like Elite Life Nutrition has all the active forms and the right forms that your body can use. Across the board, all 8 B vitamins have to be the one that your body can actually take. So when I'm talking about the active forms for the B vitamins specifically, I'm talking about things like riboflavin 5-phosphate, pyridoxal 5-phosphate, methyl tetrahydrofolates, methylcobalamin, instead of things like cyancobalamin. All of these are the active forms that your body can really use, and hence it actually has good effect. That good effect is balancing out your brain's neurochemicals like serotonin and dopamine, and especially GABA when it comes to anxiety and stress. It actually helps regulate those things and produce more of them. There are a number of studies that show just how important it is to get all the B vitamins into your brain, because it optimizes your brain function and has you performing at your highest. If you're missing just one B vitamin, it can mess things all up in your brain. My 3rd favorite supplement to take for anxiety and stress is magnesium. When it comes to overall supplements, magnesium might be my all-time favorite out of everything. It just across the board does so many great things for your body, and it contributes to over 300 cellular processes throughout the body and brain. Magnesium can help lower the release of stress chemicals in the brain like cortisol, and it binds to GABA receptors in the brain, which, as you know, GABA is a very relaxing and calming neurotransmitter. So when it binds to these receptors, it actually makes the GABA receptors more effective, and hence makes you more calm and relaxed. It helps with nerve function, it helps with muscle function, it helps with relaxation, it helps with energy when you need energy. It does so many great things in the body and brain. The only sad thing about magnesium is about 80% of the US population is currently estimated to be deficient in it. That's why it's so important that you eat your fruits and veggies, especially leafy dark greens, because they are loaded in magnesium. But if you can't put this in your diet, you probably should jump on some type of magnesium supplement. And my 2nd favorite supplement for anxiety and stress, and this was honestly very close between 1 and 2, and I had a tough time putting this in number 2 because it is so damn effective. but my number 2 spot goes to Valerian Root. So Valerian Root at approximately 100 to 300 milligram dosages 1 to 3 times a day can be very effective at relieving stress and anxiety. This right here is actually a 450 milligram dosage, which I actually use for sleep later on in the night because it is very powerful, and if you use too much, it can actually make you drowsy. But if you keep the dosage down at about 100 to 300 milligrams, it can actually be very effective at just calming you down because it is thought to be an incredible GABA producer, and in some studies it is very comparable to other benzodiazepines like Xanax. But the fantastic thing about Valerian Root is it basically has no known side effects. Like I said, the only thing you probably got to worry about is taking a little too much and getting drowsy or sleepy. So if you're trying to go out, definitely stay clear of getting more than 300 milligrams in you. My number 1 supplement for anxiety and stress relief, the best thing I've found over the years for me is ashwagandha. So ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb that's been used in Ayurvedic medicine for thousands of years to combat stress, fatigue, anxiety, all kinds of different things, and it works primarily by helping balancing your hormones in your brain, the neurotransmitters in your brain, and specifically by lowering the cortisol. So as you know, cortisol is one of the most significant stress hormones in the brain, and when you get stressed out or when you get very anxious, you have an overproduction of this chemical, and for some reason ashwagandha, this little herb here, has an incredible ability to tap into that and just lower the system, almost like it's calming it down, like throwing water on a burning fire that's just going out of control. Ashwagandha has an unbelievable ability to help temper that fire down and actually get you back into focus and balance. In one double-blind placebo-controlled study, 88.2% of participants showed a significant improvement after 2 to 6 weeks of taking just a simple form of ashwagandha. And in another equally impressive study, ashwagandha had comparable results to an anxiolytic drug called lorazepam without the side effects that are generally associated with that drug. So these are some of the reasons why I love ashwagandha and the reason why I had to put it at number 1. But there are so many other natural alternatives out there that can help with your stress or anxiety in some way or form. These are just 5 of my favorites, but do me a favor, leave in the comments section what your favorite supplement or herb or food or natural treatment for anxiety or stress is, because I want to know what you do to see results. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel on YouTube, hit the notification bell to get notified the instant we release a new video, and make sure you follow me at Justin Stenstrom on Instagram. And lastly, make sure you tag somebody who needs to see this video either in the comment section or share this video on your social media profile with someone who needs to hear it.